Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it is I, the Immortal K, and SavingTrust.blogspot.ca, as usual, but a link to my blog in the description. And welcome to an extra short, probably, edition of First Reaction for The Name of the Doctor. Extra short because I don't know what else to say. Okay, first of all, it was pretty good, at least I think. Especially compared to The Wedding of River Song and excuse me. I'm working off a cold, so I have to forgive the occasional cough. Yeah, like I said, I'm working on. Yeah, it's a lot better than the Wedding of River Song. I think it fits the climax, and it's a bit better than Big Bang 2, because it actually feels really climactic. Where do I even start? They don't say his name. Spoilers, by the way. Oops. Oh, fuck it. Doesn't even matter. Yeah, they don't actually say his name. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum, bum. Yeah, go figure. Clara. Okay, I should actually explain what the plot is. Great intelligence kidnaps, uses his soldiers by the name of the Whispermen, those freaky guys with no faces except for the the mouth and the top hats, and they're really freaky looking. But anyway, they, and they're pretty cool, and the Great Intelligence is a good villain because he wants to know everything about the Doctor, and he wants to destroy the Doctor for reasons for stopping his plans, which I'm assuming included back in the classic era, which I just recently discovered he was a part of. I knew nothing about the Great Intelligence because I never heard about him, and also I didn't know that was him in the Bells of St. John, which I feel really stupid about right now. I feel really stupid about that, and I apologize. But anyway, yeah, it was, like I said, he uses them, kidnaps Vostra, Jenny, and Strax, brings them to Trenzalore, which is where the Doctor's tomb is. You can see why he doesn't want to go there. Not just for the name thing, but he does not want to go there. Yeah, he doesn't want to go there. So, yeah. He kidnaps those three and says, come, or I'll kill you. Or I'll kill them. So, he obviously goes. And, he goes, and he sees rows upon rows upon rows of these graves. And says that they were part of a war that the Doctor was leading. And I'll get into that in a minute, because I'm not quite sure what happens at the end, but I'll get into that in a second. But what ends up happening is, okay, number one, they're being led around by the ghost of River Song. I think that's one thing I do not understand at all. Is this ghost of River Song that seems to just only Clara can see it for some reason because of that mental link that Vostra, Jenny, Strax, River, and Clara had at the beginning, where they were all talking, which is how Clara finds out about this and says the Doctor, blah, 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 blah. Anyway. I apologize if this is really rambling, but this is like the 5th time I've tried this. I don't know what's going on. So, bear with me as I try to reason my own, rationalize my own thoughts. Anyway. Everybody's at the door to the Doctor's tomb, which unlocks by his name. So, yeah. That's why that's important. Which is, I kind of wish they would have explained that a little earlier, maybe because it's just confused the balls off me for about 2 years now. But anyway. So, yeah. River says it. But, since River's a ghost, and she wasn't on camera or anything when she said it, we don't hear it. Like I said, we don't actually hear his name. And, which is really strange, actually. They never actually say his name. But, what Clara is is they get into the tomb, and I'm getting into the Clara thing, don't worry. We see that this bright light, this bright, like, tube of light in the middle, which is apparently the Doctor's timeline. Apparently he's done so much throughout time and space, just everywhere. His entire life, his timeline, is just, when he died, just turned into this mass, I guess would be the correct term. The Great Intelligence wanted to get in there so he could get revenge on him by going into the time stream, killing himself, but killing the Doctor at millions of times at once. Which I have to admit, pretty evil. Thumbs up on that one. And again, I had no idea about the Great Intelligence, so. And I still really don't. So if I'm missing something, forgive me. But, and Clara jumps in to save him all those millions of times. So, not only has Clara saved the Doctor twice that we've known, in the Dalek Asylum and in Victorian London, she has saved him millions of times, literally. She has seen every incarnation of the Doctor that exists from that point back. All 11. Met up with them, saved them, done something. And I do think that works. I actually think that works just fine. I didn't predict it. Few people might have thought about it or gotten close, but I don't think anybody full out predicted it. So, you know what? I think that was a pretty good twist. But at the end of it, Clara ends up in this place in the Doctor's time stream where it's the real her, not a copy like the other ones that died. She doesn't know what the hell's going on. There are copies of the Doctor running past her, and you can see like their outfits, so you know which one it is. We see like 6, and I think 1 or 2. We see 4. We see 9 run past right quick. Not the actual actors. It's just people in the outfits running past. The Doctor gets to her, holds her up, and they have their a nice little moment, and it's cool and everything. And then they look up and they see another figure. Clara says she doesn't recognize him. The Doctor says, "I know who that is. It's me, but it's not the Doctor." And this is where we get one of the strangest moments in history, in Doctor Who history. What I think they're implying is that, okay, first of all, he turns around and it's John Hurt playing. It literally comes up on screen introducing John Hurt as the Doctor. And that's the last scene we have, and then it just goes to be continued November 23rd. And what I think they're implying is that this is the Doctor that has that war on Trenzalore. Or potentially this is the before he started calling himself the Doctor. This could be a regeneration before the first. And whatever his actions were on Gallifrey caused him to change his name, his identity, forget the old him. Because the old him was apparently evil. Or just a dick or whatever. Or he didn't like it. Didn't like the old version. And, this is, like I said, this is where things start getting really confusing. Is that I'm not sure if it's before or if it's after. So, color me really confused right now, because I don't know what the hell's going on. So, am I interested in where they're going with the anniversary? Yeah. I was before, I am now. But, I don't know what to make of this. Now Next week, I'm going to do a Series 7 full recap, where I kind of go across from Series 7 as it started with Asylum, even though I still think it started with Bells, but let's face it. But anyway, Series 7 starting with Asylum of the Daleks to The Name of the Doctor, and give kind of my thoughts. I do apologize. This is going to be really short, and this is going to be really confusing, because I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. That end just has me so friggin' confused. I don't know what to say. I'm looking forward to the anniversary, which is going to be in... it's May. 6 months. Oh, God. 6 months. Oh, God. I have 6 months to dwell on that? Oh dear. This is gonna be weird. Like, there have been endings to Doctor Who, season finales or whatever, that have left me on some weird notes. These notes including, or even half season finales, like series season 6, leaving on the River Song being Amy's daughter, or things like that. But this, either they're saying that the Doctor was a warmonger or will become one. I want a little clarity on that, and maybe it might make a bit more sense. But, yeah, I think it might be the next one because or it might be like the 13th Doctor, or the last Doctor, or whoever, or even the 12th. I don't know, because they actually called him the Doctor, not what his name was before that. Because I would have said that. But, I don't know what to make of it. I apologize that this is so rambling and weird, but I'm at a loss for words. It was, like I said, it was a good episode. Foster Jane and Strax were excellent. Strax had a really funny scene at the beginning with in a Glasgow bar fighting with somebody. But that was pretty funny, because I can picture Strax. We can all picture Strax in a bar fight. We had to know that was going to happen. Yeah, that was pretty good. And that was pretty amusing. And Foster and Jenny were pretty good. I still have no idea what the hell happened with River. At the very end, she fades away, so we might have seen the end of her? Maybe? I don't know. I really don't know. Like I said, that and just that ending with John Hurt just has me so confused. So, forgive my just confusion. Like I said, I'm working off a cold, so I'm a little delirious. So, yeah. I'll be back next week for my Series 7 review as a whole. And maybe then I'll be able to look some stuff up and just figure out what the hell's going on. Oh dear. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. See you next week.